Good afternoon, lovelies. It is Thursday, the 7th of May. I will put sentences together quicker than that later, I promise. And I'm in an unusual situation today in that I have nothing on my to-do list. Wow. Hope you're all well, hope you're having a good day. I'm free as a bird and it's freaking me out a little bit. But I have been filling my time. I went to get groceries this morning, got the new washing line, that's up, it's got washing on it, this is good. I've just done himself's hair. I've just clipped his hair. It's not bad. I'm not showing you pictures of it because it's him, not me, but let's just say he looks better than the dog did. So we're all pleased with that. Yeah, that went okay. I did actually use the dog clippers because that's all we've got, but that's all right. It worked. He does love his puppy dog, so that's okay. And now I'm going to do some this afternoon. I'm going to be in the garden, just chillaxing and sitting in a lounge chair. I've done something to my knee. I've got a painful knee today. I don't know what's up. It hurts when I stand up and sit down. I was kneeling on the floor pinning out one of the machine knitted pieces yesterday for blocking, so whether I'd twisted it or just lent it a funny angle or something, I don't know, so I shall rest it this afternoon. But right now I'm going to be very sensible and in advance of when I need to be. I'm going to work out my profit and loss for the last financial year in readiness for when I do my tax return. So that's the next little while, but apart from that it's going to be mostly sunshine, crochet, bit of knitting. When there's nothing that I have to do, I still feel like there's something I should be doing, but there isn't. I've checked my list and everything. Hope you're all having a good day. Hope whatever you're doing is going smoothly and well. Massive thank you again to the Not Quite Enough podcast Hive Mind, this time for helping Ian with the crochet tension / gauge question. Yep, already trying out new techniques, having a good old crack at it. Thank you so much, everyone. That really is appreciated, and I learned a lot as well, because when I crochet I hold my yarn in quite probably an unconventional way, in that I don't wrap it around my fingers. I just hold it between those two fingers and I entirely tension it between those two. It sits between 4th and 5th, but that's because of where it's falling, not because I'm actually putting any pressure on it there. It's certainly not wrapped around it. So this was all news to me because I don't do this in the conventional way. I was taught to crochet by my maternal grandmother. You've probably heard this story before. My mum taught me to knit, but she's left-handed, which is why I probably don't hold my yarn in the conventional way for knitting either. My paternal grandmother taught me the purl stitch because as my mother was left-handed and I was 4, I couldn't work out what she was doing. And she'd been taught by right-handed people, so her technique was unconventional as well. So my grandmother on my father's side taught me the purl stitch, and my maternal grandmother taught me crochet. And it's I'm currently doing a granny square. This was the first thing she ever taught me to do. And I remember it well, and again, forgive me if I'm repeating myself, because I made a granny square and I made kind of, 3 rounds of it. And she said, "That's very good, Lesley. That's the only heart-shaped granny square I've ever seen." I don't think she was being supportive. But anyway, I hold my yarn this way. So the only tensioning I do is between there. So yeah, that's kind of it really. That's what I do. This is how I hold my crochet yarn. So I am delighted that Ian was able to get help, and thank you to everyone who offered suggestions. You're all stars, thank you. Hello lovelies. We've got a hat. This was the clunking noises, sorry. This is the hat I made from my hand-spun. So this was 120 meters of an alpaca Polworth mix, and it had been suggested that I try out a piece of this before I make a garment, which was extremely good advice, and I'm very grateful for it, to see how it holds, what it's like for temperature and feel and all of that. So I'll go through all the details in the podcast proper at the end of May, but here is my hand spun knit up. So this is 2 strands of alpaca with one of Polworth. I didn't sort of go down a needle size for the rib. It is quite loose and floppy, as one would expect from alpaca, from the needle size. Be quite a warm hat, but it has been quite a useful exercise for seeing what gives a nice fabric, and also for how it holds, because when I was sort of warned, I thought, well, it kind of depends on the garment, because if you want something that's kind of loose and floaty, it's better suited. If you wanted something really tailored and with great stitch definition that really holds everything in, it's not going to be suited, and that's the same with any fibre and any project. So it's just really a question of working out what the best project would be for my yarn. I think at the moment I'm still thinking in terms of 2 plies of alpaca and 1 of other yarn, which at the moment is the Polworth. I've got 2 braids of that, so it could well be that permanently. But yeah, hat. An FO. So it's only a short hat because I just used as much yarn as I had, which is another reason why I didn't go down a needle size, because I didn't know how much longer I would have. But it's a hat. Now, I received some extremely happy mail today. This was a gift from a friend of mine, and look at this beauty. So it will hang in the light and throw rainbows across the room. And these little blue pieces and these crystal stones, and oh my goodness. I had such a big smile. So I have thanked my friend, but I say again, thank you so much. It is absolutely beautiful. Sorry, I'll take my hat off now. Take my hat off to you. No, it's absolutely stunning, and I am really touched that you have made this and sent it to me, so thank you so much. Absolutely wonderful. So I shall hang it in my room and let it catch the sunshine. That's a good day. That's probably kind of it for today. I've just been watching the briefing from Downing Street. Definitely looks as if things are going to start relaxing after the weekend, subject to the rates of infection and death staying on a decline. So we shall see what is announced when it is announced. Who knows? We've still got a road to go, but it does feel like we're on the road now. A couple of weeks ago it felt as if there was no end, whereas now it does feel as if we're on the road, we're past the peak. We've just got to make sure we don't get a second one. So with those thoughts in mind, thank you everyone. Thanks for all your comments, all the help you've been offering. It means so much. Have a great day, afternoon, evening, morning, whatever time of day it is with you. Keep well. Keep safe, stay at home, don't touch your face, wash your hands, look after yourselves, protect others, and be well. Thanks everyone, take care, bye bye.